Hey everyone, my name is James and welcome back to ChippysCouch. So in today's episode of the Thorium throwing class series, I've got my eyes on a new weapon, and then I learned when I was googling about it that you can use this new weapon, combine it with some others, and get yourself an even better weapon. So I found that to be pretty exciting, so that's what I want to start with today. They're called pods. Are they called pods? Pod bombs? Pod bombs? I think they're called pod bombs. That sounds pretty good. That sounds like something from the 90s. I love it. So yeah, we're going to get a few of those. And then I'm also going to try and find Viscount today. I don't know, truthfully, if I will beat Viscount. Simply because I find it to be a pretty hard boss. So my mind says do Skeletron and then come back for Viscount. However, because it's the natural way of progression, I am going to try it. Like today I'm going to give it a good go. See how we get on. So Viscount, it's a boss that you have to go and find, and back in the day, you just had to find it, but now it's completely different. So I didn't know about this. This was added after I last played Thorium, but thanks to you guys, I know all about it now. So you speak to the zombie boy. He's called Leech, which sounds amazing, and you buy from him a Grim Pointer for 2 gold and 50 silver, and then I assume when you hold it, ooh, it points in the right direction. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. Let me go get some mining potions. You know what? This is going to be one of those days where we're going to do a lot of mining, I presume. So, yeah, let's actually use the right stuff. Mining potions. You know what? Sell me a shine potion and a night owl potion. Thank you very much. Right, so the goal is, I think I'm going to go right until it points directly downwards. And then I will know exactly where it is. So thank you to everybody that watched my expert mode mobile video yesterday. I will say, going back to PC Terraria, it's pretty different. Like, I can't remember exactly what this character has, and the movement's really strange. And that's different because it's only been a day. But I think I played so much mobile yesterday, yeah, I just converted. That's it. I'm a mobile-only channel now, guys, right? Put your phones in the air, get your torch out. That's going to be our gang sign. Like a festival. That's what we're doing, right? Get your torch out, boys. Okay, so it's almost pointing directly downwards. This is a really nifty feature. So, I think... I'm trying to exactly say where... I assume, right, this is pointing pretty much down, isn't it? So let's have a little look. So, it's around here, right? Now, I would have never gone to this part of the world without this Grim Pointer, so I'm very grateful it exists, because if you asked me, I would have assumed they'd probably put it in the first third of the world, like right here, right around spawn. But no, this is where it's at. Cool. Yeah, thank you to everybody that pointed that out. Pretty impressed. So one of the things I did today was I came onto the world and I grabbed a whole bunch of these throwing knives because I just thought they were so good in the last episode, and I thought I'm going to have to use them. Alongside that, I also organized all of the chests. I was thinking, I was like, you know you're serious about a Terraria world when you organize the chests and then you're not just dumping stuff everywhere. So everything's organized. I've got great weapons. I'm feeling pretty good about today. I'm feeling pretty good. Yeah, I feel like we're gonna smash this boss. So I'm gonna keep digging down. And I'll let you know when I find it. It's pretty obvious when you find it though. I'm pretty sure it's like a big room. It looks like you stumbled upon a grave. That's kind of what it's like, I think. Okay, I still haven't found it, but I must be getting pretty close. Oh, let me send out a glow stick. Actually, you know what? Got one of these, and I got one of these. So this is fun. It kind of reminds me of the treasure maps that we were finding in the cancelled Minecraft series, if any of you saw that. Oh, I love doing that. I like when there's like a little bit of treasure to find. This feels just like that, pretty much. So, I'm fairly certain... Oh, there you go. Like I said, it had to be close. Ooh. Ooh, okay. So, I said I wanted to get some pod bombs, so I just wanted to discover this place first off. So, there's doors on the side. Big doors, in fact. Well, I don't want to drown the place out. I want to keep it nice, so... I need to figure out a way to get inside. If I mined up like this... and then went down like that. That would stop a lot of the water, right? Is that right? No? So yeah, like I said, I just wanted to discover it first off, but my priority is the pod bombs, because if these end up being a really awesome weapon, it could be pretty good against Viscount. When I was reading about them, not to spoil the weapon, alright, but it said that they're little bombs that you throw down that release poisonous gas. And I thought, well, a tiny boss in a tiny room, that could be pretty interesting to use that to my advantage. So, if they end up being awesome, then it's like a win-win. And if they end up sucking, well, I've got my knives. That's why I wanted to farm for these, because they're pretty brilliant. So, these pod bombs are made from jungle spores and stingers, which are like the easiest thing in the world to get, right? Spores I find to be very satisfying. They just grow. There's just a load of them. You know, you really don't have to worry about getting yourself some spores. I just think it's so convenient. And then stingers, also pretty easy, but because I haven't spent much time here, I don't have any of those. It's like just waiting to go, and I want to craft a good amount. So what I was mentioning earlier about it combining to be a better weapon, so to my understanding, it's almost like a Knight's Edge, which is something I don't make ever. Like, who makes the Knight's Edge anymore? Nobody. Not unless you're going to make a, I don't know, like a Terrorblade or something like that. Does it lead to the Terrorblade? I always forget which one the Knight's Edge turns into, because I never make it, right? I'll just be honest with you guys. Like, it's that part of my brain is just shut down, right? So anyway, you combine it with some of the Crimtane tomahawks that we've already made. You combine it with some stuff that you find in the dungeon. Like, I'm pretty sure you find these little tiny knives in the dungeon. And then you also get ones from hell, but you have to, like, get a decent amount of all of them. And then what it makes is like a mega throwing weapon, but it's one of those ones that are non-consumable. So the more you use it, the more exhausted you get. Which is funny because I spoke about it quite a bit at the start of the series, but we haven't actually got any of those weapons yet. And I presume that these are the kind of weapons that will be popping up as you go into hard mode. Now, I was kind of concerned because in the last episode, I got quite a few comments. And I was surprised because it was like all at the same time. About the final boss being really hard as a thrower. So I'm wondering, have you all been playing at home? Is that what's happened? And you're already past me all the way to the final boss? It won't surprise me. You all move very quickly. I would not be surprised. I'm quite slow, you know? I'm playing like, I don't know, like 40 minutes a day for these videos. Sometimes an hour. But in terms of raw gameplay, it's probably about 40, right? After I've edited out the mumbling. So, yeah, I can imagine you guys are completely past me. Alright, let me grab these diamond boys. I'm never going to use them, but who can pass up on diamonds, right? It's that Minecrafter in me. He's like, you have to get these. Okay, I'm just hoping for more enemies. So, low-key, these are like my favourite enemies in the world. These mudmen. They just... the joke never wears thin for me. So if you've never played Thorium, which, do you know what? If you're watching this, you must have played Thorium by now, right? Maybe not. That's completely understandable, right? Oh, what's this? A hag? Alright, let's kill the hag. I'm pretty sure hag is a swear in Britain. Maybe. I don't know. Of course I want a hag. It sounds bad. It sounds medieval. You hag. Alright. If it's not allowed. Demonetized. Slammed down with the banhammer. Okay, I was getting distracted. Those mudmen, they give you annoying mud. The mudman's true attack, ruining your inventory space. They don't stack. I just think that's brilliant. I think we can all take a moment to appreciate that. I'm surprised they've kept it in the game for this long as well. Like, it seems like the kind of gag thing you'd do for April Fool's Day, where there's just an absolute ton of them. You know what? More mods should do that, where they have an April Fool's Day secret inside of them, and it only activates during April Fool's Day. I'm pretty sure, and I can't remember the name of the mod, but there is one. Oh, it might actually be T-Mod itself. I'm pretty sure, right? So this is how it goes. On April Fool's Day, you start up a world, and in your inventory is a new recipe for the Terrarian yo-yo. But it's a fake Terrarian, and I can't remember what it does, but it always pops up on Reddit. Because people don't realise it's just part of T-Mod, or whatever it's part of. I'm pretty sure it's T-Mod. The boys at T-Mod are slipping in the real jokes. I love that. Okay, that's probably enough. I would assume so. I keep killing these creepers because I know that there's a rare chance to get a creeper outfit, and I'm all about that life. Come on, give me a creeper outfit. It's kind of funny because I hear the noise and it actually freaks me out like a normal creeper. Oh. So, there's something different. Have you noticed? I've actually run out of recall potions. I don't have one. I don't have a magic mirror. Oh, okay. So this is the new throw weapon. We'll have a look at that in a minute when we're out on the surface. All right. Well, I might scout around this jungle real quick then for a magic mirror. I can't go without a magic mirror. I do need one. They are important. Oh god, I'm kind of dying though. I might just die. Okay, I found a single recall potion, so do I take it and move on? I probably should. It's only dawned on me this episode that I've not been going in any of the chests, and that's literally because I played so much mobile yesterday. I'm like, oh, I've already looted all of these chests. It's so strange. Men were not made to play multiple versions of Terraria. Okay, right. Let's have a little look at these pod bombs then. So here they are. 150 for 2 stingers and 4 spore, which is pretty great because I'm going to be able to make 600. So I'm fairly certain that you need 300 for the crafting recipe. So let me heal up because I'm not looking so hot. And let me go up to all of my organized chests. That's right, boys. Let me put all those away, or whatever I can put in there. So this is the bolus. Hurls a rope set of stones that attempt to ensnare enemies. I hope these look as satisfying as I want them to look. Yeah, they do. They do. I love it. I love it. Whee! Okay, and then these are the bombs. So they throw in a weird arc, but they go a lot further than I was expecting. The thing with the spore stuff is, though, the poisonous gas, I assumed that would last a lot longer. And that's kind of what I was basing it off of these being pretty great. Right, so I'm going to need some of these unholy shards. And I'm fairly certain, I've got loads of them. I've got absolutely tons of them. Because these are what we're going to use to spawn Viscount. Look at them, there's just loads. There's just absolutely loads. I'm fairly certain these are from Blood Moons, right? Okay, well, let me find my NPC for buffs. That's why I'm running backwards and forwards. She's over here. Holler. Sell me, my friend. 2 of these, 2 of these, 2 of these. I love some of those. And then I don't want to go too extreme. Like, for example, I don't want to start adding Heart Reach. But I will add Hunter. And then I'm going to quickly clear up my inventory because I've got Annoying Mud and just a whole bunch of stuff I don't need. So let me clean this up and then we'll go do a boss fight. Today's episode, if we do this fight first time, today's episode might end up being a little shorter. Just because I don't have time today to do Skeletron properly. I was really hoping to focus on one boss for the entire episode. And I don't want to rush Skeletron because I'm quite excited for that fight. Okay. Well, let me just quickly put these away. And building, put that away. I got so much loot on me now. When you organize it all out, you start to realize that, hey, I actually do have a fair bit of stuff. Like, there's a lot of chests full of stuff here. So, put that away. Okay, great. I'll meet you at the arena. So, I've made a bit of a mess of this. I've actually ended up flooding the arena that we're meant to be using, which is probably not for the best because I'm going to need that floor space at the bottom to do the fight. So, I'm hoping that manages to drain out a whole bunch of it. I really should have closed this door. I left this door open, and I was trying to make this tunnel system around here, like this kind of, like toilet tube kind of effect. Yeah, it didn't work. It didn't work. It just flooded everything, but it's not really that important. So what I'm planning to do now is I'm smoothing out these corners because it's just going to give us a lot more room to work with. And then I thought I would go with some platforms, essentially. So we could do, like, platform from here to there. See how that goes? I was just checking. I was like, do I have any wood on my character right now? Turns out I do. Nice. So you may recall in the last episode, I was talking about a recent escape room that I did. And it was this one that involved an antidote. And you had to find the antidote. And I was explaining the puzzles and all this. And one of the comments I got immediately, and you'll know if you wrote this, so hey, somebody was like, hey, James, is it called Contagion? And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. Like, clearly somebody that lives close has been watching. And I was kind of impressed. I was like, you must have listened very closely to figure out that, yeah, it was called Contagion. So I immediately did a little Google because I was like, wait, that can't be right. Like, no way somebody's watching it like 2 in the morning who lives in Britain. Turns out that a lot of them just have the exact same name and have the exact same concept. And I had no idea. But I assume what happens is, and this is just a guess, right? I don't know the interworkings of the escape room, and I feel like if you did know, they would crack down on you, right? They'd find you, take you out of the game. But basically, what I assume is that maybe there's a mastermind behind a lot of them, and then when you want to open an escape room, you go to like a training course, and you sign like a bunch of forms like, I will not reveal this, blah, 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 blah. And then you get to open them, you know, your own version of that puzzle. That's just a guess, right? Kind of almost like when you franchise out something. Like, when I was younger, I just assumed that every McDonald's was a McDonald's. But what actually happens is, if you guys didn't know this, is somebody comes to McDonald's and they're like, hey, we're going to open up a restaurant. We'll pay you, you'll take a cut of the money, and you'll train us, and we'll be called McDonald's. Like, I didn't realize what franchising was when I was younger. I literally just assumed every McDonald's was owned by, I don't know, Ronald McDonald. Do you know what I mean? Just I don't know. It's kind of out there, innit? So that's what I'm thinking happens with escape rooms. Okay, I might do this as well, just to drain out some of this water, because this water problem is pretty bad. Where's Chaos when you need him? Do you remember when he did our world, and he added all those little lava pools? That's what I could do with right now. Okay, I need to drain this part as well, because I don't think this side's going to drain because of that half step. That might be enough to drain it. Let's see. Yeah, that's probably good enough. I mean, if it's not slowing down my movement, I don't really care too much. Okay, let's do some platforms, and we'll do these right here. So those weapons that ensnare, can they ensnare bosses? I would assume not. I'd assume if they were ensnaring bosses, it'd probably be pretty bad. So if I remember this boss correctly, I feel like it has an attack pattern that goes like this, but I'm not too sure. And that's probably why I'll die to this first time, because I can't remember the attack pattern. But if I do die, it's not really going to matter too much, because because, you know, I haven't got any recall potions. So it's not going to matter that much. Right, let's buff up. Let's put some torches for you mobile boys at home. Okay. There we go. Right. Okay, here we go. And we're going to be using pod bombs. Oh, okay. So I'm already going to say that the damage is pretty great. Oh, this reminds me of the Bard class so much. This gets me so nostalgic. Because I remember the first time I did this as the Bard class, and I was just so buzzed about it. Because it was... I don't think it was in the first Thorium. I've done 2 Thorium series. This would technically be the 3rd one, right? I think? I can't remember my own series, but it wasn't in the first one. I'm fairly certain they added it when I was playing Bard. Or they might... Actually, do you know what? I feel like they might have added it in the first Thorium series, but I was already past the stage of the game where you would do it. So right now I'm actually enjoying it a bit. I think this is really cool. The music sounds nice. I know I'm talking over it. But to me it sounds absolutely lovely. Right, let's test out these other weapons then. We'll just use a bit of this. Let's see if I can ensnare it. Oh, I put it in my inventory, didn't I? Man, I'm getting really good at that. Ooh, 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 okay, that's not great. Okay, can I ensnare it? I don't think I can. These hit pretty good, though. Oh, God. Please, Viscount. Please be nice to me. Yeah, this fight might be a bit different than the last time we did it. I wasn't tracking the numbers on the pod bombs, so I don't know if this is any better. I keep forgetting that I can actually avoid the arthritis and discontinuously throw. And my arm hurts, actually. When I was playing yesterday, I played the iPad version for a good couple of hours. And I was holding it up on my table. And my my wrist muscles are really sore from holding it. I was like trying to change gears in my car earlier. And it was like, it was actually hurting quite a bit. So, I don't know what I've done wrong there. Okay, let me throw these pod bombs out. Alright, I think pod bombs might be better. I think pod bombs are definitely better now, actually. Health's not looking great. So I might chill out for a little bit and stop talking. Ooh, okay, new attack. It's got boulders. Nice. This is a really unique fight. I feel like this might actually be Thorium's best custom boss. It seems to have so much going on. It's got like what, 4 special attacks? It changes all through the fight, and it's got boulder boys. Okay, well, that was a good first attempt. Pretty good. I'm fairly certain Viscount is a type of biscuit, or it's like a biscuit brand. Peckish thinking about it. So, I think that's going to be it for today's episode. I want to have another crack at that tomorrow and do a retry. I really enjoyed that though. Like, you know when you do something good in modded, like something really good, and you know like this is special. It's a good feeling. It is a good feeling. Right, so that's going to be it for today's episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, maybe consider subscribing to the channel. And if you are subscribed, make sure you're clicking notifications so that you get all the videos straight away. And just like as usual, I guess. Right, I'll see you in the next one, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.